Hi and welcome to another free.volous webisode. Today I have a good old empties video for you where I go through products that I've used up, basically my trash, and I let you know what my experience was with these products. Of course, some of these are repeats, things you already know if you follow my channel, but it's always nice to have a nice summary at the end of the use to let you know how it went. And yeah, today is a very gloomy day. I had some dubbing work cancelled or rescheduled basically, but yeah, I decided to make the best of my time with you, my friends. Oh, speaking of dubbing, shameless plug, you know that I'm that kind of person who decides to go on side quests that just drain me of my talent and time but do not pay off. And that means now I have a podcast, but don't click away. It's a podcast about dubbing, Portuguese dubbing. I'm doing it with a very nice colleague and we're having so much fun talking about, you know, the backstage, how the sausages make, but also inviting other colleagues and having loads of fun, shedding some light, because in Portugal it's not a very, let's say, appreciated industry as it would be in, I don't know, France and Germany and Spain and other countries in Europe. It's not a very appreciated industry, and we're just showing off how beautiful, talented and interesting are these people who do this for a living until it becomes obsolete, which sadly seems to be closer and closer, but let's not talk about it. So if you're interested in Portuguese dubbing, this is of course a podcast in Portuguese. Go and check it out. It's Vozes de Papel Pod. It's here on YouTube and it's also on Apple Podcasts, some other places. So check it out. See if you like it. Spread the word if you have some people around you that are interested in dubbing and knowing how things are done and all those kinds of things. We're having so much fun there. We have some delightful people and we're very proud. And it goes up every 2 weeks. So we can have time to, you know, record and edit and all those things. So yeah, plug aside, let's move into the products, my empties. Just keep in mind, I have, if you don't know, I'm 45 years old. I have very oily skin most of the time and hair, and I have wrinkles and melasma and all those things. Actually, my skin is breaking out this week, which is so annoying because I have to do a videotaping tomorrow for nothing related to this channel and I'm gonna feel super self-confident, but hey ho, yes, I have acne prone skin also, so there you are. This is the gist. So my opinions and experiences may differ from yours. Now let's start with body or hair. I have the Pantene purifying shampoo. I saw online some people raving about this as some sort of a very nice, clarifying, affordable shampoo. And it is very nice, clarifying, affordable shampoo. Not the most clarifying out there, in my opinion. I need something a bit more stringent still. I still think that things like my Olaplex, which is very expensive, and even the Wasabi shampoo from Lush are a bit more oily scalp, getting in there and taking everything out. This is a bit more balanced, I'd say, for normal people. I'm a bit deranged, but yeah, it was nice nonetheless, and it was nice to not spend a huge amount of money. I would go back and forth. Sometimes I did a first cleanse with this and go in with something stronger afterwards. Sometimes I did the 2 cleanses with this and alternated on different days with other shampoos. So that's how I used it up. To have this one only exclusively in my collection, because my hair or scalp is very oily and it gets oily in a matter of hours sometimes. I don't know if this would just be enough, if that makes sense. So if you're very oily, this is a very nice companion product. And I try, because my hair is very long and I need to dry it with a hair dryer every time I wash it, or else I get a cold. I know science disproves this, but my body doesn't care. So I try not to wash my hair every day just because of the time it takes to dry. But if I were to wash my hair every single day, this might be enough, giving you just a comparison. Another thing for the hair, Living Proof, the perfect hair day dry shampoo. This is really good. It's very expensive. I bought a mini, maybe when I was traveling, maybe to London, or maybe before that, I don't know. I use this very sparingly. I don't use this every time I need a dry shampoo to save it. So it lasted me a good while, and you need less than with, say, a Chlorine dry shampoo to get that clean effect on the scalp. So it's nicer in that way. This is one of those that, yes, it does leave a bit of a white cast, but it brushes off easily, it disappears. And I love this, but it's very expensive, so I buy this once in a while. It's not one thing that I keep repurchasing. For the Pantene, I have other shampoos going on right now, but it's one of those that I may repurchase eventually. Next up, I have two body creams. This is one of my all-time favorite body creams. It's Sympathy for the Skin by Lush. This smells like clean in a way, or creamy vanilla. It has those creamy undertones to the vanilla. It's not a very heady, heavy vanilla. It's not extremely sweet. Yes, it is sweet because it's vanilla, but it has that lactic tone to it. I think it has banana in it. Could it be? Yeah, cocoa butter and bananas. So those kind of scents that soothe the vanilla a bit, and I really love this scent. It's not the most moisturizing, it's not the easiest to apply because it is not a very thick cream. It is a more lotiony kind of cream. It should come in a pump, you know, it's one of those. Because it comes in this jar, it's hard to take off, but nitty gritty, I love the smell of this and it lingers on my skin. I go back and forwards buying this, and I usually have something along these lines. I also used up, and I'll put it here because reasons, the solid body butter from Lush, which is called the King of Skin. I absolutely adore that body butter. I adore that scent. It's a bit hard to get it going, but once it warms up, it just imparts a bit of, it's close to an oil, but it's delicious and the smell is amazing. It's close to Sympathy for the Skin. It's a bit less vanilla-y, I'd say. It's a bit more demure in that sense. Lovely, lovely product. And then I have two body butters or body creams from Sol de Janeiro. I have the Brazilian Boom Boom cream, which is the pistachio one. I have the full size, and I've used Delicia, which is the vanilla one. I love these body butters. They're so nice. This one is very hydrating. It's their iconic pistachio scent. I love this. I have the body spray also. It's a very nice pistachio themed kind of caramelly smell. This is a more basic vanilla scent, the Delicia one. I love the scent. The texture of this one though is a bit weirder. It's more like a whipped hardened cream. It goes onto the skin perfectly fine. You just massage it onto the skin a bit more, and that texture doesn't bother me. But if you're looking for that more creamy, more not solid kind of feeling, this will not be the best first impression for you, but it still hydrates my skin very well. I love these two. I have another mini of these going on and it's almost out also. I love these, but these are so expensive. For 40 something euros per big bottle. It's hard to justify, but I sometimes fall into buying them because I really like the scents. They linger on my skin and it's really pleasant. Now moving on to face, I have two cleansers. The Pores Choice Optimal Results Hydrating Cleanser. It's a cleansing cream, so this doesn't foam up. You're supposed to apply it onto wet skin still, but it doesn't foam up. This is super gentle on the skin. It's really nice and nourishing without leaving that weird residue that I'm not the biggest fan of because I have oily skin. It's super luxurious as an experience. It is quite expensive for what it is, so I haven't repurchased it, and I have been using it very sparingly. And I'm sad that it's gone now. I don't know if I'll repurchase it ever because it's not a staple from Paula's Choice. It's a nice one to have though. The other one is an all-time favorite. You can see how battered it is. It's the Oskia Renaissance Cleansing Gel. Absolute favorite product for years and years and years. One of my oldest products. Oh, it still has a little bit here. You can see is this kind of gel texture. And you massage it onto dry skin and it becomes a bit of a, I would say, a creamy gel oil. And this is how it goes. It has a strong scent. It's slightly rosy, but it's not your classic sort of bitery rose scent, I'd say. It is still delightful though. And it does has enzymes and a bit of an exfoliating property to it. So this is not one of those that you can apply onto the eyes because it would sting for reasons, and also it's not one of those that I can use this every single day with no restrictions, and I usually use it in the morning, but for someone with a bit more sensitive skin, maybe not. I love using this in the morning. Sometimes I apply it, massage it in, and leave it on as a kind of a slightly exfoliating mask, and it's just delightful. You can remove this with a washcloth, I'd say, or using another foaming cleanser if you don't like a bit of residue that this may leave. I love this. It's one of my all-time favorite products. I already have another one, and I was lucky enough in this, I think it was the winter sale, early this year, I found a jumbo one for the price of this. So I have a jumbo one going. Yay! Next up, let's go into skincare serums. The Bubble Daydream Vitamin C serum. This is so good. It's a lightweight serum. It's not so lightweight that it disappears from the skin. It's slightly hydrating. And this has a boatload of antioxidants in here. It's not just vitamin C and niacinamide, it has a boatload of antioxidants. For the fact that this is an antioxidant complex, so complete. This is so affordable, it's incredible. I don't know how they did this. I'm not gonna ask. I'm just gonna ask them to keep the price because this is a wonderful serum. The only thing I don't like about this, and although it's really fun and maybe interesting for kids, is the packaging. It's super bulky for 30 mils. Absolutely unnecessary. I love that it has a pump. I hate the bulkiness of the packaging. It takes up so much space in my counter. I loved using this. When it gets warmer, I need to apply this into the skin and let it sink in for a bit before going in with my sunscreen. But if it's colder and drier, I have no problems layering it directly with something on top. Talking about beautiful serums, these are from Beauty of Joseon. I have the Revive serum with ginseng and snail mucin. And I have the Glow Deep serum with rice and alpha arbutin. They're very similar in the packaging, and the colors would be the ones that would differentiate them. The ginseng one is darker. These are beautiful serums. They leave your skin nurtured, plump, elastic. It feels delightful. The effects, I mean, these are serums. If you have serious severe melasma like I do, you're not going to notice a huge difference in that sense, especially with the arbutin one, which would give you some expectations for that. but it's an amazing, beautiful, everyday serum regardless. And the ginseng one, for those days where I don't want to go in with a strong retinoid or tretinoin, I used this and I really love the fact that it left my skin feeling glowy. And it also can be used in the daytime, of course. These were beautiful experiences, but left my skin very plump and nice. They paired well with sunscreens. Nothing bad to say about them. Love them. Will I repurchase? I don't know. It's not one of those, again, must-haves. This from Bubble, because it has such a strong antioxidant complex, more into repurchasing it sooner. This one I already have repurchased. This is the Happier Barrier moisturizer from Geek and Gorgeous. I love this moisturizer. It's a bit heavier, so if you don't like a slightly heavier cream, they have a lighter weight version, but I love this especially in the winter time and after I do my laser treatments for my melasma. This is one of those that I can go to, and it just makes my skin feel very balanced and very protected without feeling extremely heavy and oily. Of course, I only use this in the evenings. I don't use this going outside in the daytime. But yeah, it's a beautiful, very simple barrier repairing moisturizer. I think it has ceramides and squalane, something like that, and it's delightful. Sadly, Geek and Gorgeous has increased a lot their shipping costs to the point where I will have to see if I can buy it cheaper from other sources, basically. That's sad. Anyway, I love Geek and Gorgeous, one of my favorite brands, and it's a European brand, so power to them. For the eyes, this was my last Suruasu concentrated ginseng eye cream. Like this. I take the scissors to these. I use to the last drop. I have more coming in because I love this. It's emollient, it's thick, but it's not heavy. For the under eyes, it's a blessing. It has that ginseng complex which I adore. I can use it day or night and it's a delightful cream, one of my all-time favorites that I've discovered. And yes, buying the minis is way more affordable than buying the full size, although with a bunch of minis you get the equivalent to the full size. I don't know how they do this. It's a bit more plastic waste, yes, but you know, I'm not rich. If I were, I would buy the big one and go with the least wasteful. But yeah, lovely. These go in and out of stock from YesStyle, so get your hands on them. Next up, Ulla Henriksen Power Peptide Lip treatment. I love this. This one is in the clear color and flavor. It smells slightly citrusy without being too abrasive. This is my absolute favorite lip treatment product. It took the first place from my Too Faced Pillow Balm, which was a steady favorite for 2 years, I think. This has taken that center stage. It's delightful, it's super cushiony, it smooths your lines, and it feels like it is actually healing your lips. It doesn't have a minty feeling, which for me is a plus and what made the Too Faced go a bit lower below this, but it's still that same enveloping, cushiony, balmy feel that feels delightful without being sticky, liney, anything like that. And they have different kind of slight tints and even shimmery finishes now. I love this basic one. It's one of my favorites. And then I like the creme brulee one. I would prefer it to be less pungent. Now, sunscreens. La Roche-Posay Helios UV Immune 400. This is the gel cream, which is kind of like this. Love the packaging. It's my favorite packaging. And I've been adoring this product. I've used it a lot in the wintertime. And it just sinks into my skin and it feels like my skin is hydrated, but it's not one of those layers or films that just pills afterwards, which can happen with a gel, at least to me. Very high protection, both UVB and UVA, which is important for me because of my melasma. I love this. I used it up way earlier than I thought, and I will repurchase this. La Roche-Posay is extremely expensive, is getting more and more expensive, so I'll have to wait for a sale. They do have this in the lotion version. Really good. It's just a different application, but it just leaves kind of the same feel to it. The Garnier Vitamin C Daily UV, this has been used up again recently. Again, they have the niacinamide one, which is more of a lotion, very thin, liquidy formula. This is closer to a cream. And then they have the glow version of this one, which is for people with very dry skin. This is a happy medium for winter, drier times for me. It's really nice, and it has the vitamin C in here, so it's a one-stop shop, which I love for this kind of product, where I can go without a serum. I just wash my face, apply this, and I'm good to go. Thing is, I don't know if this started to change or if it was kind of my skin changed. This started to pill once in a while on me, which is not my favorite thing, but still, on every day, this is a great one. Next up, the Derma Repaskin Urban 365. I love the Azelak RU UV version of Derma, but that one is very glowy on me, and I can only use it in the deep winter. It's beautiful though. It leaves a beautiful glass skin effect, if you like that. And when I saw they had this, and this has more antioxidants in the formula than the Azelak RU, which has azelaic acid. This has way more antioxidants in the formula, and I thought, well, I have to try that one. It's good, but this is a fully mineral sunscreen, which I didn't notice when I got it, and my skin basically doesn't love mineral sunscreens. It starts to get very itchy and very irritated, and I think I do break out more when I'm wearing mineral sunscreens. So this, it has that classic cream formula for a mineral sunscreen. It is white. It feels a bit thick and almost pasty, which is not the best feeling in the world. It does look like it's going to leave a white cast. On me it doesn't. Once it sets, it disappears. It leaves a slightly satin matte finish on the skin, which for me is pretty nice. It's not too heavy, but you can feel it on the skin. So if you don't like heavier feeling stuff, this is not for you. But I could do with all that because I really like the one-stop shop kind of format, but my skin does not love mineral sunscreen. So I had to use this in alternate days, alternating with other sunscreens. I couldn't use it very close together to the previous usage, and I can reapply this during the day, A, because of my skin being annoyed, and B, because it's a thick cream and it would lift my makeup intensely. And it needs a bit more rubbing in because of the white cast. So there you go, it's dried now, and you can see there's nothing there. But yeah, I liked this, didn't absolutely love it. I would love they would come out with a version of this that had organic filters so that I could use it with loads of antioxidants. I would pay good money for that. Last but not least, this is the VT Essence Sun Packed Cushion SPF 50 plus. This is from YesStyle. I got it a good while ago and I didn't use it up. Here it is. I did give it a good go though, but this leaves, it's a cream that you kind of swoosh around with your sponge, your applicator, and then you apply onto your skin. But there's a problem, and you will see it immediately. It leaves a huge white cast. So if you are paler than me, maybe you can make it work for you. I couldn't. It's way too white casty and blue casty for me. And I was hoping this would be good to reapply throughout the day on top of my makeup. No can do. It does leave a very satiny, almost slippery feel to the skin, which I also don't love, especially in the summertime where I need these kinds of things to reapply the most. So that was a dud. I'm not going to get it. I do have a code with YesStyle. If you want something from YesStyle, it's free.volous 10, and it just helps me out to be able to purchase more things to test for you. So if you're planning on buying from YesStyle anything, keep that in mind. It may be help a girl out. Last product, e.l.f. Lash Extender. It's a great mascara. It's a tubing mascara. It gives volume without being clumpy, and it stays on all day. And I love it for it. It's very easy to remove just with a bit of warm water, and it comes out in little clumps in the tubes. And it lasts me all day, and because it is a tubing mascara, it only comes out with warm water unless you have a very big cry, you know what I mean, one of those where your eyes get really hot and red. Anything else that touches it doesn't budge it. No oils from your lids, no rain because the rain is cold, nothing takes this off except at the end of the day, just a touch of warm water and removes it. That's amazing. I love this product. I feel like I have to let it breathe or get some air. Once I open it, I have to leave it or use it once in a while, open it and close it for a while and leave it to dry down for a couple of weeks before it gets to its best though. But it's very affordable. I get it through Beauty Bay. And that's it. These were my empties. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I will leave the links to the products in my blogs down below as always. And yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, leave me a thumbs up. That helps the algorithm. Comment down below what you want to see next from me. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!